The body is really clean. I mean, look how straight that hood is. I got for pulling, so it pulls straight off the frame, and lockout hubs for the four-wheel drive. It's a 1977, so it's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Not bad at all. The heater works real well. Yeah, it dang near ran me out of here. Also came with a couple screwdrivers, slot and Phillips. Yeah. Oh, well, check that out. That's neat. It's a compass. Needs some cleaning. Thermometer. This probably is a time. Needs a battery. Check out the wheel. It's got this real little wheel on it. It's very Mad Max, or should I say Mad Matt. This is gonna be everything I'm looking for. And it's good because it gives me something to work on. I even have a cigarette lighter. Check that out. That is so old school. I already tried it. It doesn't work. That's why I need to replace the fuses. I have these though, so yep. Right, get this stuff put in my backpack. I'm good to go. My buddy here runs the store, gave me some salmon patties, some ground beef. My backpack is heavy. It's a good sign. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Okay, the trick is to go ahead and cook the burger through all the way. Let it braise a little bit so that you get that real nice brown on the patties, and then add the soup and the water. While that starts to emulsify, it starts soaking into that hamburger patty, which is kind of dried out. It adds the liquid back, and then you'll turn it to a slow simmer. Got it on 2.5 now. Once that starts to cook down a little bit, I'll turn it down even a little bit lower, and that's all gonna turn into a nice soup. It's gonna be really good. goggles. Water. Other pocket. I gotta sell that one of these days. I was really smart too. I'm worried that I might drop my GoPro and then I'd lose it in the snow, so I put a really long string attached to it with a piece of red string on the other side so I can find it if I do drop it. Okay. Everything's off. Yes? Yes. All right, we're good to go. There's a design flaw in my sled. It works really well on ice or packed snow. Look at it though. It's just dragging snow is all it's doing. It's like a plow. It's not riding up over it. I've decided that I'm gonna leave it here. If I tie to the front, it won't do that anymore. It'll lift up over the snow. But I've burned enough daylight. I wanna go ahead and get moving. So I'm just gonna take a string and drag the tree backwards so that it doesn't mess it up. That's a new view, isn't it? That's because our mountain, Chapaca, is way over there. So this mountain here, and this what we're on now, that's obstructing our view when we're up on top. We can see a little bit of out there, that skyline from Chapaca. Isn't it nice up here? I like all of Washington. No matter where I look, it always looks like some kind of like the picture on an old cowboy book or something. You know, Louis Lamar, or one of those old gunfighter books. Cowboys. It's hot. I overdressed. I definitely overdressed. I'm like all sweaty. I brought a lot of water. It's important to stay hydrated. I realized recently that I haven't been hydrating properly, and so that's something I'm really trying to concentrate on. I'm very self-aware, not overly critical, but self-aware. So like when I look in the mirror and I like look tired or I see predominant, you know, lines and stuff, that's all a sign of dehydration. And like a friend of mine always says, thirst is not an adequate sign of hydration. Like hunger isn't an adequate sign of nutrition. It's nice, isn't it? Oh yeah, so good. Just ran into a friend of mine from back in the day. Was so good to see him. I talked a little bit about the snow, about Christmas trees, that kind of stuff. I always think it's funny whenever I'm traveling long distance to look out over such a long stretch and see the road out there. And then I kind of envision myself over there looking back at over here. One thing about this hike is not as vertical as Chepacca is. Chepacca, we just climb straight up. This seems to kind of go up and then plateau and then go up and plateau. We've still got a good ways to go though, because where we want to be is over there. And the road's taking us over there, which means we have to cut all the way around all of this. I stop here in a bit, have a bite to eat. I threw some saltines in my pack. Should have thrown my sardines in there too. But this will be enough. I'm convinced we're probably gonna be able to cover this hike a lot faster than most of them that we usually take. Okay, nice. I was wrong. The road doesn't go that way at all. See, it's looping back around this way and taking us exactly where we need to go. Because I had said it was over there. Haha. I got a picture of the map right here in my head. That's a pun on one of my dad's books he wrote. This is a children's story about a Alaskan squirrel. Good story. See the little squirrel, he goes out in the middle of the night one night to go see what's like over the hill, falls into a river. The river sweeps him far away from home. Then he has to journey back. He meets all kinds of different animals along the way and learns how they live and how they survive, and he adapts that to himself. Good story, yeah. I kind of feel like the squirrel that fell in a river sometimes. Like I always say, in life it's very important to be mindful of our surroundings, right? It's not what we know is out there that's gonna get us, it's what we don't. So what I always do is try and pay good attention. Like right here, this isn't dangerous right now. This is a cattle guard. I don't know if you know what they are. They stop the cows from coming and going because they can't walk over this, right? So it has these grates. So there isn't much snow right now, and I know it's here. However, if I were on an unfamiliar road or something, I didn't know that this was here and it had snowed a lot and covered it, it'd be easy to stick my foot in there and break my leg or something. So it's important to also be aware of those surroundings, because see the cattle fence coming up, and of course, I mean, I shouldn't be able to miss this, right? See, you can tell it's going to be here because the road is going past this fence, and that fence is there to keep cattle in. I kind of feel like the little drummer boy or the three wise men or any of the other people that went to go see Jesus born, right? Because we're on a journey, we're getting a tree, it's for Jesus, it's a long way. It's really cool. I love a good quest. They're either willow or aspen, I think. Don't quote me on it. I think they're diamond willows because of the shape of the like diamonds in there. However, I could be completely wrong too. They're beautiful though. Excellent walk so far. Oh yeah, it's the spot. Kind of reminds me of pilot bread. Those big thick biscuits of like hard bread you can buy in the store. It's a good like sailor or mountain man snack. Very dry. Okay, friends, so about 20 minutes ago, I realized something. I've been charging my battery. I have a problem. Because of my late start today, the sun's already setting. I'm at the point where I need to be walking back, or I'm gonna be walking back in the dark. And the problem is, this mountain burned last year. And I didn't realize how bad it was. See in there? This is where we were headed. See those brown trees in front of us? Those should be lush and green with a perfect little Christmas tree in there. But they burned. To get where I need to go to get a good tree is way up in the forest line, apparently. You can kind of see on the top up there, those trees way back there. That's where we're gonna have to go. I've been really hoofing it too. I'm like exhausted. I tried stepping up the pace. I move it, I figure about 2 miles an hour. Downhill, I can move a lot faster, you know? So the return trip won't take as long. I guess I could track for 15 more minutes. Get up around this corner and see if anything up in there might have survived the burn. But I think that the smart thing to do right now is to turn around and go home, start tomorrow earlier, leave the house at like 9. And then I can get up way into the tree line. Because I do not want to be out here walking in the middle of the dark and stuff. I mean, I can. I don't need to, though, you know? It's not fun pushing it. All right, I'll track on another 15 minutes, and then we'll turn around and we'll do this again tomorrow. Also brings back all kinds of memories. I don't like giving up on my objectives. I don't like to fail. I like to think that I'm the kind of person that succeeds. However, the best thing that I succeed at is survival. I know when sometimes it's important to cut your losses, leave the fishing net in the water, turn the boat around, and go back for shore. But I need's up in there, in that heavily forested area. I've been doing this stuff long enough, though, to know it's gonna take me another hour, seriously, to get up into the tree line. And then to find a tree small enough to be my Christmas tree. I don't like returning home empty-handed. I don't see any reason to push it. Wind up walking home in the dark. I mean, there's nothing bad about it, really. I'm dressed very warm. It's starting to snow again. If it's warm enough to snow, it's not cold enough to freeze. It might sound insane. I mean, that doesn't mean you can lay down underneath a tree and go to sleep. You'll probably freeze in your sleep. But if you keep moving, then you'll be okay. I've been doing this most of my life. So inside of us, there's this little feeling, right? That little feeling is normally always right. I've learned to listen to it. If this were life or death, if this was an emergency situation, it'd be something else. At this point, it's ego is what I'm feeling right there. That's pride. And pride cometh before the fall. We'll go home. We'll do this again tomorrow. We'll leave a little bit earlier. Just shows, you know, don't ever underestimate the mountain. Any mountain. If it weren't so overcast, I'd have a better idea of how much time I have left. But that overcast makes it deceiving, because you see those little pockets of light and stuff beating through? And then that little strip of orange back there in the background. That little strip of orange is our telltale sign that the sun is setting right now. Let's go home, get some food, do this the right way. Downhill's a lot easier. We'll probably get there before dark, heading down. And now I know what to expect tomorrow. I just didn't realize that this little grotto of trees down here would be burned out like that. I should have. I knew about it. Okay, when we get home, I'm gonna make some turkey leftovers. I'm gonna make giblet gravy out of the juice in the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna make potato pancakes. And what am I have for dessert? I might make fudge. Yes, some nice chocolate fudge. That sounds good. Haha. All right, friends, that was a very, very long walk. It was good. It was fun. A guy I know that works up on top of there actually brought me 2 miles back down the road. He was passing on his way by, and I was like, hey, can I get a lift? I'm going to make up my food now, start getting ready to turn in. My friend, my boss, he owns part of the land over here on the other side, and there are a bunch of little trees that grow over there. I told him that all the trees up on top of this other mountain had burned, and he was like, well, you can have one of mine if you want, and probably be a lot easier. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I gotta get some snow seal for my boots. They are super wet. I took a extra pair of socks with me in case I needed to change while I was up there. It's always important to take care of our feet. And so I'm gonna get undressed, get comfy, turn the heaters on, start dinner. I am starving to death. And then we'll go get a Christmas tree tomorrow. I'm really happy that I paid attention as a kid and learned how to cook for myself. It's really made my bachelor lifestyle a whole lot easier. Very good, so hot. One thing I really like about my GoPro is that it has such a wide angle. I'm actually filming now on the most narrow angle I can program with. I do miss a lot of shots though there are further distances, because like where I can see stuff really clearly, I think it's itty bitty for y'all guys. Okay, so we're headed over there. This is really great. I already see a couple little trees that I think might be perfect. See, there's that little grotto down in this area, and then up over here, see those, like there's a couple really little trees peeking out back there, and then up on the very top there, there are also a bunch more little trees. It's really pretty up here. I like all of Washington so much. I mean, everywhere I look, it's a completely different picture, and every one of them are beautiful. Look at the crow flying up there. Saw a really nice eagle a few minutes ago. I wasn't quick enough to get my GoPro out though. Beautiful, huge eagle. The bird of freedom, right? May the bird of freedom never lose a feather. I was trying to think last night, because nowadays I am making my own Christmas traditions, is what I've discovered, right? So I was trying to think last night, well, what's a good tradition? And then when I got back from hiking up there, I was really cold and I was looking through my cabinets, right? And I found I have a big thing of Swiss Miss, so that was really nice. And then as I was sitting there drinking, I was like, I wonder what if I put a scoop of vanilla ice cream in here, you know? So I think one of my new Christmas traditions will be that when I get my Christmas tree, I have hot chocolate with a scoop of ice cream in it. Now the thing about traditions and stuff like that, a lot like routines, there has to be a certain level of like forgiveness, right? So that, like, say I do that for 3 years or so, and then a Christmas comes and I don't have hot chocolate or I don't have ice cream. Look at that fledgling eagle. Well, then I just deal with a reasonable facsimile, you know? I have a hot beverage. This is really cool. This is a sprinkler line, right? And what it does is waters the large field. So it's on those wheels because back in the day, it's what they call a hand line, and it's a big sprinkler line that runs the distance of the field, but you have to pick it up and move it every time that you move to water different portions of the field. With these, there's just a motor on it. You turn on the motor, hit the go button, and it rolls into place. Now, I make it sound a lot easier than it is. It only rolls into place for like the professionals, like my boss, right? If I tried it, it'd wind up like all kinds of like twisted or something all over the field. It takes experience, it takes practice. Well, I guess that's true for about anything, you know? Very few people are born savants or geniuses or gifted at one thing or the other. The rest of us, we have to practice. And that comes with a level of frustration, of disappointment, of boredom, of self-doubt. And we have to push through that in order to become more proficient at what it is we're trying to learn, so we can get better and better at it. And then one day, it's supposed to work this way, all the answers come easy, you know? Now, I think I'm setting myself up for a fall if I ever think I'm gonna reach a day where everything always comes easy. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but up behind these, see, here's some beautiful little Christmas trees peeking out there. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the hunt goes on. To go left or to go right? One thing that I really like about the forest, in any wild area, right? Like, I can hear a guy running a chainsaw every now and then, I hear a truck, right? I step in here though and we're in the wild all of a sudden. So I like to look at different kinds of things out here, right? And just notice them and feel them, kind of. I was looking at this rock. Isn't that the coolest rock? It has this big old, like, little cave kind of in it. I can just imagine, you know, like if I were itty bitty, like the size of a mouse or something, how on a rainy day or a snowy, cold day, how it would be to get up inside there and be sheltered and protected from the wind and the rain and the snow. Pull those pine needles up and make a little bed and tuck in for the night. Okay, I'm losing my GoPro battery, and I want to really be able to finish this adventure with you. So I've made a decision. I like this tree right here. I don't have much room in my house anyway, and like I said, I'm not out here to kill a tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off about 3 feet from the top, and then take that home for a nice little, like, Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Oh, don't worry, little tree, you're way prettier than Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Nothing against the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Got the saw. Ooh, watch my fingers. Might need to tighten that up. Okay, that's the thing. Little wing nut here needs some tightening. There. I'm gonna cut it off right here then. Timber! Hey, you got a little water on the screen there. So good. Still got a little on there. I didn't bring anything to try to see if my shirt will work. Nope. Try a cotton shirt. There, all better. Okay, so check out our tree. Oh, it smells so good. What a happy little Christmas tree you are. Isn't that nice? I can already smell that hot chocolate and ice cream. Let's head home. Beautiful. Nice. Okay. Oh. Now I have another job. I need to figure out where to put the Christmas tree. As you can tell, I don't have a lot of room. Like, this is my second couch or love seat. It's my footstool for the seat, but I keep my stuff on there, right? Little projects I work on. This is my drafting table. So, I think, was that gonna be in the way of the TV? I don't think so. I normally watch TV from my chair. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is clear my drawing stuff and my hobby stuff off of here and put the tree on there. Now. All right, I'm gonna go off of here. Looks good to me. Got the hole right there. Back to the tree. Okay. A little bit of work. Okay, now here's something that I learned from Mr. Rogers, for real, a long time ago. What we're going to do is make a snowflake, okay? So to do that, we need a square piece of paper. I don't have a square piece of paper, I have a rectangular piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to first solve that problem and then what to do with the square once we've got it. So what we're gonna do is take it laying long ways. Well, for your perspective, we're gonna take the top corner up here, and then we're just gonna bring it down even with this side, right? With the tip touching the side, and then line up the whole edge. All right, so it's like this, and then holding this corner to the side like this. We take one finger and just run up the paper, right? Once we get to the top, flatten it down, always holding down here so that the paper doesn't move. And then pushing away from your hand into the line, okay? Once we unfold it, oh, right, aha. For this, you're gonna need a pen. Hey, it's been a long time. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna need a pencil. Now, once we've flattened it like this, we just take and draw along the top line. Hold it nice and easy and draw along it. And voila, a perfect square. Now, this is a demonstration, and now I'm gonna cut smaller ones. I'll do the same thing with this, So all I'll have to do is bend it in like so. Side to edge, corner to corner, right? I'll draw a line down there, cut it, I'll wind up with a small square. And I plan on making a few snowflakes that I can hang from the tree. For the example, I'm going to use the larger piece of paper. So now we've already got it folded one time where it can be a triangle. Now what we're going to want to do is fold it the other way, like this. As a triangle. Then we fold it again. Always remembering where the center is. So this is the center. We fold it this way, there's the center. We fold it this way, the center is still right there. Now I want to fold it again this way, remembering that the center is right there. And then I cut it. Cutting it's pretty easy. Normally I cut off this side always, just for sure. And then if you cut here, it'll change the shape of the snowflake too. Don't always want to cut too much. Sometimes less is more. And what I like to do is I come in here into this longer spot. If I put more folds in it, then I would, I'd be able to cut smaller pieces off of it, and it would make it a more intricate snowflake. And like these pieces that you're cutting out of it, you can really just use your imagination. Every snowflake is unique, and so is every human. So every time that we do this, we're making a snowflake. They'll be just totally unique. I always thought that was cool about Mr. Rogers. He was always reminding us that we were one of a kind. Do you remember that? The important thing is to remember where that center spot is. Because if we cut that out doing all this, you'll open up and it'll just fall to pieces. So let's see what we've got right now. There we go. And then you can tie to this anywhere you want, and that'll change the look of the snowflake too. It could look like this. Isn't that neat? Haha. Okay, I have a few more to cut, and then we'll hang everything on the tree and light it. And just wrapping that tin foil around it, like so. That's not bad. I kind of like it. I mean, it may not be an every Christmas thing. But hey, life gives you pasta. Make a macaroni string. I don't know. It looks good though, doesn't it? I mean, I think so. Here we go. out of the way. Come on. Oh, tangle it up. There we go. Ha ha ha! Merry Christmas, friends. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Whoa. I am really onto something with that. Okay, that is really good. Maybe one more scoop of ice cream. However, no, because it's still hot, it has that vanilla ice cream like froth on the top. Oh my goodness, that's good. Mmm. Oh. Tastes like victory. Reach way out there. I don't know why I do this like Chevy Chase. I guess we really do learn from TV. Okay. Over the ladder. That's a staple. I like it when it works. Okay, you got this. Stay strong. Well, how much am I grabbing that by? Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna do it from here. Now watch, the one little bit I'm holding on to is gonna just chip right out from underneath me. Don't push it, we're only holding lights. Okay, that's the last of them. I'm gonna put the ladder away and then we'll fire them up and see what it looks like. I plug these in. Our lights will come on. All right, step back. Can you get a drum roll? Not bad, not bad. Okay, now I've got this garland here that I can hang around the place. I might cut some more snowflakes. First thing though, it's chilly. I'm gonna make a cup of hot chocolate. Get comfy. Sure is nice in here.